And we're back. Let me put this full screen.
Now, I'm not the only host here this year. I have my co-op partner up in the balcony. It's Frankie Ward joining us today. How's it going, Frankie?
Hey, Sean. I'm going to be up here in the balcony with a bunch of creative new PC games coming your way. From Warfare's latest update to some offbeat indie gems.
Frankie, we are
You guys are gonna see me working in the background as I get stuff set up, so
Same here.
just
Getting
have
it up
that
for you
bear.
guys. One sec.
game has absolutely massive construction as well as automation at Satisfactory.
Oh, this guy was the host last year. Oh, we got our first
Guys,
world
I think
exclusive.
you've done it a couple times already.
He's a good host.
Coffee stain? Coffee stain? What kind of conveyor belt airport simulator is this?
Good environments.
Is this that PlayStation game? What's it called? No. I haven't gone back to it. What was that? The goddamn No Man's Sky?
I mean, it looks like it, but I don't think it's that. This looks like a different thing. Yeah, this is not No Man's Sky.
They could have done a bunch of updates. I doubt it though.
Oh well. It's all in the past now. What are we, like, building
You
stuff?
have not been forgiven. Yeah, you know, there's games like this already, like with Factorial, I think it's called.
It looks fun for people who like building stuff. Who like management
It's just
kind of.
management, yeah. Sorry for the buffer, guys. I'm just gonna see if chat is on here. It's probably bugging out everything.
What is that? What is that thing?
It's cute.
Satisfactory.
Satisfactory. Pretty good name though.
Yeah, I like it.
Joining me on the
Good game.
stage to talk about it is the game director at Coffee Stain Studios. It's Oscar Gilsayan. Come here,
That's a
Oscar.
funny name.
Welcome to the stage. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Now, Oscar, I just want to begin right away by asking, what is Satisfactory all about?
Satisfactory is essentially about building these huge automated factories. So you play as an engineer that's been sent from Earth to this alien planet, and you're going to build this enormous machine. It was hinted at the end of the trailer there.
Yeah.
And to build that, you need
Those watching, this is going to be a more
which are
casual
used to build
show. It's
machines that
not going to be a whole lot of
So
live
you'll start out pretty
reactions.
simple. With
If you're a
machines.
PC gamer,
And
this
then
might
you'll
be
just
interesting for
expand
you.
and expand and
I
expand.
myself am a huge
Finally,
PC gamer,
you
so
need to
this
start
is
cutting
something
down
that
trees
interests
and
myself
replace them
and
with,
Pixel.
like, more convenient concrete.
And you know, for people who haven't played this type of game, can you give me an example of what producing a more advanced resource might look like?
Right. After a while, you'll need to create something more advanced, like a computer, for example. And at that point, you'll have some copper stuff set up, your wires and cables. But to make plastic, you need to get some oil. So you need to go out and you need to find this oil, build some oil pumps and oil refineries, and set up a transport with self-driving vehicles between the outpost and your factory.
Yeah, and I want to talk about that scale because there's a lot of games where you build a house or a small town. How much area are we talking about where all your factories will exist?
Oh, this factory will grow enormous. The main part, which will probably be the biggest, will start spreading more and more and more. Or in some cases, we'll have players just building these massive, tall buildings with factory floor upon factory floor. But including the resources that you need to gather from basically all around the map.
Yeah.
So you'll have vehicles driving all over.
Now, I want to ask about the first-person perspective because these types of games typically are top-down. Why first-person?
We wanted it to feel like the player's the one building the stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, when you've built a bunch of stuff, you can see these enormous buildings, structures towering above you. But also when you go out and explore, you'll be the one, like, you go through the underbrush and in the jungles and whatever.
I mean, in the trailer, it even looked like there's a lot more to explore, like different environments and biomes.
Yeah. The map is, we made a point to make it big and varied.
Yeah.
And it's about 30 square kilometers in size.
You're using the same box layout as I am, so it's kind of like Inception.
How does multiplayer work?
I noticed that.
It's
The
a co-op
border.
game, so you'll basically start up a server and play with your friends.
Great. Now, tell us, how do we get our hands on this game?
So we got a closed alpha planned in the coming months. So you can sign up for the alpha at satisfactorygame.com. And yeah, then you'll know.
Well, great. Oscar, thanks for joining me on stage once again. That is satisfactorygame.com. Now, up in the balcony, Frankie, I understand you have our very first indie title of the day.
We do indeed, Sean, because here's something we love about the PC platform. It's such fertile ground for creative ideas from small teams. NeoCab is an emotional survival game set in the future about gig labor, tech disruption, and the experience of being a driver for hire. Perhaps the last of your kind. From the brand new indie studio Chance Agency, let's watch the first gameplay trailer for NeoCab.
Hell is NeoCab?
They announced kind of
pocket
weird
Neo?
games at the PC Gamer conference.
Oh. Okay, but I like the style. Oh, okay, never mind. Maybe not.
They
As soon
had
as I
you,
got in the
and
car,
then they
I was
lost.
like,
Yeah, enemy lover, it's gonna be a busy night, especially with Sony later. But yeah, it'll be fine.
The only thing I'm dreading about would be PC gaming shows tends to run a little long. So I wonder how far it's gonna go into where Sony is.
I'm pretty sure they end before that.
You are the last of the Uber drivers. Your mission, if you accept it.
I'm looking on Twitter right now. It looks like apparently Netflix and YouTube are coming to Nintendo Switch according to Best Buy. What do you know about this, dude?
About what? I'm sorry?
Netflix
Now,
and
our
YouTube
next
coming
game,
to Nintendo Switch
believe it or
according
not,
to Best Buy.
is in the Battle Royale genre. Of course, it's E3 2018.
Still to be
I mean, it's about
We have
time.
several Battle Royale games we're going to be talking
It's about
today
time.
because the Battle
I
Royale
I
format
expect it
is
to be
very
with the
simple
online
and very
service.
Flexible. Players play in an
anything.
ever-shrinking space until there's one last standing. So
Or they
developers
do
have already been
the
doing
paid
all
thing
kinds
for
of
that.
different explorations of what this could possibly be. And our very first Battle Royale game that we'll be introducing today has up to 1,000 concurrent
Only the
players
first
for
Battle
out-of-time
Royale
games.
game we're
Let's
gonna see
look
today.
at Mavericks and Democrats.
Holy shit. Said that so casually, like it's okay. This is like Dishonored Battle Royale. Okay, we've jumped into some gameplay at least. Okay, I was a little afraid they weren't gonna show any. I like the setting.
Looks okay.
Okay. I mean, if you're a Battle Royale fan, that actually looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Joining me on the stage to talk about Maverick's Proving Grounds is the
Going
CEO
through this
of
quick.
Automaton Games. It's James
I wonder how long this is gonna be. I'm hoping it's only like an hour or something. That way, we can both go get something to eat before
Yeah,
Sony.
you know what?
Welcome. Thanks for
They
joining us.
usually have a couch
Now, I want
and
to immediately ask, what
a
about
table
Proof
for
versus
him, you know?
Maverick's Proving
Yeah, it's
Grounds?
weird that the
They're just
devs
standing,
are
coming in and
just
out.
standing. It looks weird.
Yeah, well, as you said, it's a very popular formula, and you know that last man standing kind of game type is incredibly compelling by itself. But Mavericks is really about depth. You know, we've already talked about 400 players before, and we're sort of super excited today to talk about our 5-man squad mode being 1,000 players. But really, it's
I get the
about
impression
depth
there's
as well. It's about
nobody in the
that
audience
environment
because of
being
the
a bigger
echo that's
step,
going
the
off of his voice.
simulation, and those elements sort of combining
Think?
together.
Yeah, I want to zoom in right
Oh
on
my
the
I think they're
God.
just recording.
1,000 players aspect. How does that really shift the dynamic from the say 100 that we're typically used to?
I've never
It's really
seen the
about
audience
combining
to be
scale
honest,
with
like in
depth
any of these
simulation,
shows.
so the fact that together,
I can
what you
tell
actually
like
have
it's
is a
either a
landscape
really,
of
really,
making
really big
decisions,
room,
a lot
or
more
there's nobody in the
information.
audience.
Yeah, I mean, because you hinted at
Because
that
of the
twice
echo
now.
coming
What
off
do you mean
their
by
voices.
There's a lot more information in the environment for players to process.
So take a concrete example, right? So let's say a player's walking through the map, they'll be leaving footprints, there'll be the space.
I mean, they're a more low-budget show, so
But you know, siege-style
it
gameplay
would
in
make
houses,
sense.
that's like a lot of destruction systems that sort of together make the map
Yeah, there's
much more of a dynamic
it's like
environment.
a recent
not a
history
show
of who
you
could
want
have
to
been
sit
here.
there and watch
You know,
either.
I want to ask about what more is in
Like,
store
if you're
for
an
Maverick's
E3
Proving Grounds. I understand that this
participant,
is
you're
a
not
lot
there
more
for this
out-of-game
show at
features
all.
than someone might expect.
Yeah, so it's not just that session-based gameplay. You enter the game through the capital, which is our sort of persistent social hub. So we draw from the MMORPG side of things. It's really it's a full world, not just a map. You know, so it's got a persistent game type side to it too.
Yeah.
But really, it's about bringing this all together into something which makes a much richer MMO experience.
Now, where can people go to find out more?
Well, we've just launched our site right now, so if you're interested in signing up for the closed beta, you can do that now at mavericks.gg/closed-beta. And actually, if you register this week, you'll get special in-game content for free from E3.
Well, awesome.
And we have only 100,000 slots for the first group signing up, so
Right on.
that will give you some beta access, but
Cool.
I'm sure there are a lot more people than that on the stream, so
Apparently,
do that
Intel's
if
the
you're
major partner this
Well,
year.
James, thanks so much for
So
joining
maybe
us
we'll
once again.
see
That's
the Core i9s.
Maverick.gg. Our very next game
I
helps showcase the extraordinary
saw the list
power
of the
of
partners. I
modders.
didn't
Frank,
see
tell
them
us
or
about it.
It
AMD.
does indeed, Sean.
Oh, yeah.
On
Oh,
PC,
no.
we don't just play what's given to us. We mod
They
games
might
to make
mention
our own
something.
experiences. And for many developers, modding is a way to turn a hobby into a career. The Forgotten
Oh,
City is the
maybe
perfect
now.
example. It's a standalone game that's a reimagining of a wildly successful mod. In
Never
fact,
mind.
the first mod in history to win a National Writers Guild Award. For the first time ever, here's gameplay from the Forgotten City.
I think I've heard of this game.
World exclusive. Ooh, what is? Oh,
Oh,
I'm
creepy
so sorry
shit.
you had to find me like this. And worse, that you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place. An ancient underground city. Its existence long forgotten.
I like this.
Searching for a way out.
me too.
All I found is a
It's
window
got
into the
that
past.
amnesia, maybe
Yeah,
myth
yeah.
One
kind of
person here
feel, maybe.
commits a sin. Everyone will die.
Whoa,
But
better
it-
than
To set things
statues.
right.
It's
Whatever I
underground.
did, it took me right back to the beginning. It's all up to you now. Go back, investigate, talk to everyone, help them out if it'll win their trust. Bend the rules as far as you can. Figure out who's responsible for this.
Okay, pretty interesting.
What I never could. Save these people. Save yourself.
Interesting concept.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
Coming up
definitely
on
look
the
out for that.
PC Gaming Show. What's next for Killing Floor 2? And an unannounced game from Tripwire Interactive.
Hitting Floor 3.
And now your host, Sean Plott.
Our next game is a blast
Oh,
from the
oh, there are
past.
people
It's not
there.
a sequel or prequel or remake, but
Unless
rather
it's
like
some
really, really,
weird
really
all
CGI.
together. Let's take a look
It's
at
a really, really,
Stardoc's
really big room, though.
Star Control Origins.
I bet it's all like developers or some shit, you know?
Yeah. Well, no, they actually said that like anybody can go to this press conference as long as you RSVP'd in advance. Like anybody, like you or me could go if we were in LA.
Traveling to multiple planets
Like, and it's completely free.
before vanishing altogether.
Well, they gotta fill those seats somehow.
Welcome to Star Control, a state-of-the-art international space agency.
It's not packed, but there's definitely a lot of people. I'm actually looking at somebody's live blog, and they took a picture of from their seat in the audience. Like, there's people in there.
And greatest technology, brought together by a strong curiosity to discover the unknown. Help us pioneer the future. Join today.
Star Control has accelerated the construction of our new modular deep solar system vessel specifically for this mission. It's the fastest, most expensive
gave it a
ship
cartoony
humanity
look.
has ever
Yeah, I don't like that art style at all. It feels like a Fisher Price kind of vibe.
Oh,
like
God.
something my little cousin would watch.
Oh god. Oh god.
No, thank you.
What is this, Spore 2? Oh my god. What is this?
A new alien in a delightful new spaceship.
You must be humans. We've heard so much about you.
Okay. Pre-order and play today.
Joining me to
Stardock.
talk about Star Control is the Director of Production at Stardock, Patrick Shaw. Thanks for joining me on stage today, Patrick.
Yeah, thanks for having me here.
So now just tell us straight up, what is Star Control all about?
So Star Control is an open universe action RPG. You can visit dozens of aliens, hundreds of different stars, thousands of different unique planets, and you can land on each and every one of them. And when you're driving around the planets, you can jump over canyons, blast critters, and then you can venture out into the solar system and do ship-to-ship combat with hostile aliens.
And I want to ask, since I know that the story is a big part of this game, with it being open world, how do you make sure that the story still stays as the focus for the player?
Yeah, so we're really excited about the story that we prepared for Star Control. It's funny, it's creative, but also has some dark, sinister side to it. However, what we're very proud and very excited about is we have an infinite universe. That is, we are fully simulating the entire universe at all times. So even if you're on some podunk little moon in the corner of the universe, the aliens are still moving around the universe, doing their own thing, exploring and interacting with each other.
So it's not just like at a planet, there's the same town whenever you visit it. It depends on how the simulation has driven it forward.
Right, exactly. So this infinite universe is the glue that connects my story, my adventure, to the larger open galaxy.
That's awesome. Now, I know modding is going to be a big part of Star Control Origins. How does modding work?
So what's your favorite science fiction show?
Probably Firefly.
Yeah, so what would you think of making Firefly Season 2?
Shit, that's a lot of pressure, Patrick. Well, you're putting me on the spot on stage
That's not
right
gonna
now.
happen, bro.
A week to do it, so. But anyways, in Star Control Origins, you can create your own ships, your own planets, your own galaxies. You can package up your adventures and share them with your friends online.
So someone else can take care of Firefly Season 2. That's up to you. Now, last thing I want to ask about is how multiplayer works.
Right. So in the game, we have ship-to-ship combat, and that turned out to be so popular in our early testing. They're like, we should make this a separate gameplay mode. So we did. We called it Fleet Battles. So you can create your own ships. You build them out of different pieces and parts. You attach different weapons and defenses, and then you go online to play them. You can either play local multiplayer, 2 people on the same machine, or online, ranked or online.
Oh.
Where can people go to pick up Star Control Origins?
Well, right now, Star Control Origins
It's
is
cooking.
available
It's
for
cooking.
pre-order on GOG.
Sony.
We know it's cooking.
I'm hoping for
Lovely.
Sony. Sony's our last hope.
Man, that would be
Sony's
such a steal.
And check them out on Steam and GOG as well.
Sony's my last hope.
Happy to announce at the
You know,
PC
I'm
Gamer
like I'm just
Show
banking
that,
on Sony and
Star Control
Nintendo,
Origins
just like
is launching on
you know,
September
giving me
20th,
the E3 experience that I expect.
Look for it on September 20th.
I'll be real with you right now. This E3 has been kind of a letdown so far.
Now, our next game was PC Gamer's favorite game.
It's in between.
From E3 last year. It is Hunt Showdown from Crytek. Let's take a look at what's coming for Hunt Showdown just after E3.
Crytek? Okay.
Alright, Crytek,
Hunt
you're still
Showdown,
doing.
yeah, cool.
Oh,
Have
this game, yeah, this game looks cool.
Have you played it? I got into the closed beta a couple months ago. It's
Did
really
you?
fun. It's
I haven't
really fun.
played it. I've seen some Twitch videos and stuff of it.
It's demanding. I had to lower my settings on my computer. I've got a 1080 and an i7. I had to lower settings.
Yeah, I like this game. Like, I'm not a fan of these type of gameplay stuff, but
This is
this
cool.
one,
It's like PUBG meets like survival horror. Very cool. Very unique.
and everything that makes a noise, kind of like everyone is alerted to it and shit.
I am here with Guy from Skydance, who's here to tell me why fighting in massive mech suits is not about to go out of fashion anytime soon. Guy, now Hellfire, Archangel was originally a single-player narrative game, but Hellfire, this new edition, what changes is that going to make?
Well, players really loved the single-player narrative, but they all kept telling us the same thing. They said, we really want it multiplayer, and we want it off-rails. And we kind of thought, that's a completely different game, but let's give it a shot. And so we got a crack team together. They put something really special. We got 4 maps. We got 6 different mechs, tons of weapons where you could just blast through the environment and other mechs alike. And it's really just an amazing experience. You can zip around in your mech. You can tower over others. It's just something special that I think you can try right now.
Is this coming out of early access? So you just said we can try it right now, but you've got the full version launching soon, right?
Correct. Yeah, it's coming out in July 17th. But you can try it right now if you want an early access. Help us iron out the kinks and break some mechs along the process.
I am no good at ironing out kinks, as I think people at home can see, Guy. But as a heavy mech woman, I can't wait for you to be my
Hey,
that
looks cute.
That was a cute little
so
joke.
let's take a closer look at Archangel Hellfire.
Let's do it.
Skydance. Isn't Skydance a movie thing or something? Little team deathmatch.
Never been a mecha guy, so.
There are good mech games, so the only drawback is that there's a lot of bad ones.
The only mech game that I ever played is Mech Assault back on the OG Xbox.
Looking Lovecraftian mystery. It's called The Sinking
It's
City.
one of
And
the
joining me
Enders.
to talk about it is the community manager at
Never played
Frogwares,
that. I know
Sergey
it's
Oganessian.
Kojima
Welcome,
again.
Sergey. Thanks for joining me today.
Oh my
And,
God.
You've earned a handshake.
Yeah, you
Welcome
nailed
to
that.
Sorry,
Frogwares.
not a mech fan.
I love that you lied to me.
Definitely
so
not a
kindly.
mech fan.
You know, I want to
You
ask
haven't
right
played
away,
that
the
one.
Sinking City, there's a lot
Hey
of
man,
open
not even a
world,
Gundam fan,
third-person
so.
type games. What makes the Sinking City different from what a player
You're
might expect?
destroying me,
Well, I mean, the
Gutsy.
Sinking City
Sorry,
is an open
not a
world
fan of
action
mechs.
investigation game inspired by Lovecraft. And we believe that these 3 elements already make
Broke
the
my
game
heart.
pretty unique. And you know, when I say
Sorry.
that you can be a detective in a world, in a supernatural world full of mystery and, you know, cosmic fear, like, I really mean it, because investigations are really at the core of the Sinking City.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of games in the open world genre that are focused on action, but you say investigation is at the core. What are investigation mechanics? What does it look like?
So the first thing you should know right off the bat is that we are not going to offer any hand-holding for the player. We will not give you any clear objectives in your diary or, markers on the map telling you where to go or what to do. It's actually up to you to figure that out. Instead, we will give you information, hints, evidence, like clues, crime scenes to examine, like people to talk to, suspects to question. And we will ask you in return to use your wits and your intuition to, experiment with your findings, maybe like find a way how to progress. And what you should also know is that finding these clues will not only help you understand what's going on and, get a better understanding of the world and its people, but it will also help you maybe change the course of your investigation.
You mentioned the world
The way
itself.
the guy moves around is
The
kind
footage
of
that I've
creepy.
seen through the years has just been absolutely beautiful. Talk to me about the world that we're in and what investigation is at the core.
So the game takes place in this fictional city of Oakmont in the state of Massachusetts. The city which is flooded. There is a terrible disaster going on which has claimed like thousands of lives. And also,
was?
like, it seems like it
Oh my
awakened
God,
frightening
send
monsters
help.
which now roam the streets of Oakmont. People that live in the city, they are very different.
Why isn't
like,
this
different
on the
social
news?
classes,
Fake news.
gangs, cultists, poor people, rich people, but they are all united by
This
fear.
game looks
They're
interesting.
all afraid, maybe except for the cultists, of course. They're all afraid that, for their lives because of the flood, because of the monsters. And we actually want to understand what's going on. We want to understand what lies behind this ostensibly supernatural flood. And what's even funny is that while everybody is afraid, nobody wants to leave. But this is kind of different story.
Oh, her mouth is shut.
Well, we've talked a little bit about the story world and how it's inspired by
That's
Lovecraft. What about the game mechanics? You've mentioned the sanity mechanic in the past.
How is she
Indeed,
talking?
we do have a sanity mechanic
With her mind.
gameplay. When our hero is under a lot of stress, when he sees like something supernatural, something disturbing, or even when he's making choices in the story which
This
he's not
is
comfortable with
basically
making,
Constantine
he will begin to lose his sanity.
in a different setting.
He will start to have hallucinations. He will start to hear distorted sounds, which will allow the player to understand that something is actually going wrong. Maybe we need to, step back and do
That
something
run
about
animation
that.
looks rough.
As of right now, we're still fine-tuning this mechanic because we are still looking, for the sweet spot.
Yeah, that's what I'm
impact on
saying.
the
Is
gameplay
the
and
way
impact
he
on the story.
walks around,
Since we're
moves
almost out of time, I
side to
still just
side,
have to
runs.
ask,
Still kind of, it's kind of
what are
rough.
the sweet
It's
monsters that we're gonna
weird.
get to see in the
Yeah.
game?
Oh, we have different kinds of monsters. We have different kinds of archetypes, with different abilities. And, we actually give you tools. The game is not about fighting monsters. Investigation is the core of the game. But we give you tools to defend yourself. So we give you weapons, we give you skills, we give you even certain like traps. In return, we ask you that you make a decision, because the game is about making a decision. Ammunition is scarce, and you will have to adjust your tactics accordingly.
So I know a lot of people have all sorts of questions about what the game is like. Where can they go to find out more information?
So if you're hungry for more, you can always follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. This is where we post
That
our updates
stack of
regularly.
cards he has
Facebook,
to go
Listen
through.
City
Oh
Game,
my gosh.
YouTube, Frogwares.
Holy
so
crap,
go
that's
there,
thick.
like, this is definitely the place.
I didn't even
to
notice.
learn more.
How many do you think he's
Super
gone
excited
through so
personally
far?
to see how it turns out. Thanks for joining me on stage, Sergey. The
8
Sinking
maybe?
City. Now, our next game is a PC title that has only gotten better over the last few years, and I'm always excited to hear what they have in store. Frankie is up on the balcony with the developers
What's up,
of
Jordan?
Warframe. Talk to me, Frankie.
Well, we all know the PC is
Or
home to some of
Warframe.
the most devoted communities in gaming, and one of the best undoubtedly belongs to Warframe. Last year, the game got its first open-world update, Plains of Eidolon, and the next epic cinematic quest is called The Sacrifice, and we've got the exclusive launch trailer for you.
Ooh, that transition was kind of weird. Oh god, her hair. Hello, 1980s. It's been a while. Yeah, it's definitely retro, but she's still cute.
Reminds me of Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
I have not picked up Warframe at all.
Megan Everett, community
I know
manager
there's a
at
lot of
Digital
people in my
Extremes,
chat that
joins
play
me
that.
Now. Megan, tell me more about The Sacrifice.
So The Sacrifice is the latest installment of our cinematic quest.
Hello,
it continues
Redhead.
a story that we started in the second
Hello.
dream, continued with the War Within,
Hello,
and then a processing
nurse.
prologue. So at the end of last year, we kind of
I'm a
shattered
sucker
some
for
hearts
redheads.
and left them with a bit of a plot twist. And I'm not going to spoil it for people who want to maybe catch up. But what I can say is that obviously from the trailer that you saw, the wait for Umbra, the 3-year wait to the Umbra Warframe is finally over. The creepy guy at the end of the trailer there, Ballast, plays a pretty big role in this quest. And again, not going to spoil a lot, but I can say that it's coming this week on PC.
And you guys are actually currently waiting, well, as well as the update, you're working towards TennoCon right now.
Yes, so it's going to be another big year for us, and I'm really excited for it.
Well, let's take a look at last year's event to get an idea of what TennoCon is all about.
What do you think the mega reveal at Tenno Live is going to be?
Can you tell me anything about this Umbra thing that's maybe going on or whatever?
Never really got into Warframe.
No, neither have I.
It was pretty amazing. Like,
It's big though.
Whole new
It's really big.
Hey, Angry Joe.
Warframe and all this. And you got all these other
Yeah.
games coming out, but this one's free.
When's 2018 happening?
Free!
Get it started.
Given that the community knows you as Auntie
It
Megan,
might have been recorded years
it
ago.
must be huge for you to be at
Maybe.
TennoCon.
TennoCon is really special for really everyone that works at Digital Extremes. The developers pour their heart and soul into what we do for TennoCon, and I know for me it was literally like the best day of my entire career. I know Rebecca, our community director at home, was watching, but last year when we did the Plains of Eidolon, open world expansion reveal, Reb and I were actually doing that as a live demonstration in front of everyone, and we had practiced
Still
it
smash.
for months.
Good,
And
good.
it went as flawlessly
Good.
as we could have ever hoped
I am
for.
pleased to hear
and
that.
we actually, as people were cheering, it's pitch black on stage. Reb and I look at each other and we just kind of fist pump and both started crying because we didn't crash the demonstration. So if you if you watch Tenno Live this year, if you're there, you can definitely probably count on some tears and some emotions because it's a really big day for us.
So basically, bring tissues, right?
Bring tissues for yourself, for me, for everyone involved, because there will be some tears probably.
But if you can't get to TennoCon because unfortunately it is sold out, how can you watch it online?
So on twitch.tv/Warframe, you can definitely check it out. And PC Gamer is also hosting as well on their Facebook and Twitter.
And you get free stuff by watching Twitch?
You do. So if you want to link your Warframe account to your Twitch account, and all you have to do is watch and you get some free stuff.
Fantastic. So that's happening from July 7th, and you'll be able to watch TennoCon live through PC Gamer's
She's
Twitch
so
channel
happy about that.
Facebook page. Thank you, Auntie
I
Meg.
did my
Sean,
job.
it's over to you.
Thank you,
Go
Frankie.
buy
Thank you,
Warframe.
The next
Well,
name
Warframe's
is
free.
one I grew up with.
Free play.
Oh yeah, well,
Sega.
go
They've
spend
become a
money on
prolific
Warframe.
publisher of Japanese games known for their fully featured ports, especially beloved by this guy on the left. Sega's bringing shining resonance both to PC and console the same day, and Shenmue is going to be coming later
Shenmue?
this year. They have all sorts of games coming up.
Shenmue?
Let's take a look at what Sega's got in store.
Stom, Shenmue, Stom,
Oh, we got some
Bayonetta,
Bayonetta.
Bayonetta,
Sega.
Best of Japan on
Cool.
PCs.
Yakuza.
Alright, the usual sales. Come on, Sega. I already own like 3 or 4 copies of every game here. Come on. Except Shenmue. Shenmue's new.
I need to get that HD remastered Shenmue. To get ready for 3.
Renaissance.
Yakuza.
Yakuza.
That's Yakuza Kiwami.
One of the best.
I'm playing through it. 0 is so good. Shenmue was one of those games that kind of revolutionized the gaming industry. Like it was, as far as I know, it's the first of its kind to have quick time events, as well as like a very detailed world and setting. Good story. Yakuza 0. I love these parts
I want
so
the
much.
Valkyria. I want the Valkyria Chronicles 4. Alright, Sega, you just had to put your ad all over this, didn't you?
What'd you miss?
But what are you
also,
doing for me
Is
now?
available for pre-order right now.
You
and
missed
will be
Square
releasing
Enix,
on
you missed
Steam
Ubisoft.
in early August. We hope you've been enjoying the show thus far.
And
We have
right now
so
it's
much
PC
more
gaming.
great stuff to come. Let's see what's coming up at this year's PC Gaming Show.
Coming up on the PC Gaming Show, a new publisher reveals.
Well, technically you didn't miss it. You can watch it on demand on this channel, but
Overkill's The Walking Dead.
You want
now your host, Sean Plott.
And I'm back.
And I'm back.
Our next guest
Sega,
is a
where's
regular
Sonic?
here at the
Quick.
PC
Sonic's
Gaming
cooking.
Show, having attended all 4 years. Frankie's
I'm gonna
with him
stand up
in
just
the
to stretch a little
balcony.
bit.
It's Tripwire.
Sean, if you are anything like me, you probably need to let off steam every once in a while. And I personally can't think of a better way to do it than by kicking back and tearing up a load of monstrous enemies. It's kind of either that or pushing the office photocopier out of the window, and I, for one, prefer the option that keeps me and everyone here in a job. With that in mind, I am thrilled to welcome Bill Monk from Killing Floor 2 back to E3.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Got a lot of fans in the audience
yeah,
still.
yeah.
Listen to that applause.
Yep.
They all want to know what the latest from Tripwire and Killing Floor 2 is.
Yep, we've been really busy working on Killing Floor, and we got 4 major updates that are coming out this year. The first one we dropped in March, and we're getting ready to drop the next one really soon.
Coming tomorrow, Bill. What's involved?
Yeah, so we're bringing the summer sideshow back, but this time we're mixing circus freaks with steampunk in a really fun, exciting way. And we have a really cool new system that we're adding. It's called the Weapon Upgrade System. And with this, there's 73 different weapons that we have in our game, and each one you
Alright, what do we
can
have?
upgrade
Just
it
Killing
and make
Floor?
it viable for late play. So it really
Looks
adds
like
a
it.
lot of creativity to your
Same thing.
loadout. So I'm really excited to get that in people's hands.
So you can make your boy guns big.
Yeah.
Good. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Bill. Let's take a look at the trailer for Treacherous Skies Summer Sideshow.
War premiere.
Welcome aboard the HMS Queen Victoria, ladies and gents.
What the hell is going on here?
Speaking to you from, well,
I don't know, but I like it.
You helped me escape that fray at my beloved steamline.
Tomorrow's Nintendo, Peter. It'll be the last press conference of E3.
To get to my island in the channel. Now,
We have
listen,
Sony in about
I
2.5
don't know
hours.
how, but these blasted circus freaks followed us on board. I think it's time to put on a show. Yes, of daring deeds and horrendous bloodshed.
Oh my god, death.
Oh, poor me. My mechanical children have turned against me. Blasted traitors. Careful, lads. They're tough. Even removing the head. Put these rebellious robots
That one
down.
should be at 12 p.m. Eastern, though we'll probably be live about an hour before.
I have invented some new toys. The Doomstick. All barrels are better than two. The Static Strikers. A shockingly stylish set of gauntlets. And the M99 Sniper Rifle. And finally, there's a last-minute addition to the crew.
Watch this woman go.
Seems
Pound stuff in there.
negotiated her way on board and is set on giving Zed
Like the angry.
the business. And remember, we'll see you on the airship.
This is so crazy. It's too much.
Fossey, joke for you. Optician says my eyes are okay.
I wonder if
say,
everything's
then
on
how
the
do you
boat,
explain
though.
my husband?
And where the fuck are all those zombies coming
As
from?
is tradition, the content that
It's
you just saw
nonsensical.
will be available tomorrow, including a free weekend for PC this weekend. Definitely check it out with Killing Floor 2. But that's not all that Tripwire has. I have the president of Tripwire himself, John Gibson, on stage. John, welcome back again.
Thanks, Sean. Pleasure to be here.
Now, I understand that Tripwire is stepping into also doing publishing. What does that entail?
That's right. So, Sean, it's really challenging for developers right now with the thousands of games that are coming out every year.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get noticed. And then you have the traditional publishing deals. So we're giving developers fair deals. We're going to be helping them rise above that noise so they can get noticed. And because of our experience developing our own games and publishing our own
Yeah, I
games,
just realized that
we're going to help
seeing
them
Yakuza
with marketing, funding,
here means that it's
mentoring,
coming to PC.
feedback to help them succeed.
Yeah, I mean, the game that we have on screen is one of
It's
those
Road
games.
Rage.
This is Road Redemption.
That is right. I'm happy to announce that we're going to be
Oh,
publishing
something
Road
else,
Redemption.
some-
We're going to
something
be
like it,
helping
though.
them grow and succeed
Inspired
even
by
more
it.
on Steam, but also bring the franchise beyond Steam.
I think we saw this
Now,
last
I know
year
today you
at the
have a
show.
world-exclusive new game, hasn't been announced
We
yet.
do. Nobody knows.
Before we roll the trailer, I was wondering if you could give me a little bit of a tease.
Yeah, so we're working with the team at Blindside Games, and they're led by Alex Quick.
Oh, yeah, right.
So if you're familiar with the Killing Floor universe, you know Alex
Yes.
Quick was the modder that created the original Killing Floor
Okay.
mod, which Tripwire worked with Alex to bring commercial. And then Alex went off, assembled his own team, made the game Depth, which was sharks and humans fighting each
Tripwire.
other, very, very successful. And now it's come full circle. We're working with Alex again, and we're going to bring his all-new game to market.
Well, let's take a look at it right now. World-exclusive new upcoming game from Tripwire.
World exclusive.
Killing Floor on bikes.
Close your eyes and imagine a place where the sun is
All
bright
right.
and the beaches are white. A place filled with southern charm, where the water is as warm as the welcome. So come feel
Florida?
the wind in your sails. Kick back and relax.
Bum, bum, bum,
Enjoy
bum,
the
bum,
local
bum, bum.
cuisine.
Do you get to play as a shark?
Your dream vacation is waiting for you
I hope so.
on the Gulf Coast.
I'm totally in if you do. Are you fucking Jaws and shit? Dude.
Love it.
Dude.
I love it.
What? What? Come on.
Go to
What?
Gutsy approved.
your vacation.
Man-eater.
I did not expect that. I'm in. I'm gonna look at that. Yeah.
So hey, John, so you get to play as the shark.
You are the shark. This is an open world action RPG.
Wait, what?
Where you play as a shark.
Open world
Or as we like to
RPG.
call it, a shark PG.
Oh,
Shark
nice.
PG.
Okay, so
Love it.
so
Okay.
do you like upgrade and improve the shark? Is there like skill
Ba-dum
trees?
bum.
You do. There is a shark skill tree. Really? There is a full single player campaign. You eat your way through it. You get bigger teeth. You can jump out of the water and snatch people off piers and all of that fun stuff.
It's
I
so
didn't
good.
realize this was a power fantasy I needed so badly.
You get to
Now,
level
where
up
can
the
people go
shark.
to get more information about it?
Then go to maneatergame.com.
Oh man, this
All right.
game's
I
insane.
doubt anyone will forget that here. That's maneatergame.com. John, thanks so much for joining me on stage.
Oh man, I
And
wish I
once
was
again,
there to
all
play
the
test that
content
shit. I want to
Tripwire
play
Me
that.
too.
showcased
Seems like a
earlier
great
about
stress
Killing
reliever.
Floor 2 and Road Redemption will be
Yeah,
available
something
here
to
at
knock out in a
E3.
couple hours or
Definitely
something, you know?
Be sure
What?
to check it out.
Come on.
Coming up next, Frankie has a whole slew
I will.
of unannounced games. Frankie.
Cheers, Sean. Man-eater looking tasty there. And I can't believe they named a game after my favourite weekend activity. Indies are at the heart of PC gaming, and next up is a brand new publisher revealing 3 games for the very first time, releasing one of them.
That
Help
joke.
yourself,
That
audience,
joke, man.
Today. So
She's
let's
got
take a
good
look.
jokes though.
She's great. She's great.
Good.
Fallout 76 Power Armor Edition pre-orders already sold out. Not surprised. I didn't jump on it just because it was $200. I was like, no thank you.
Yeah, too much. Too much for a helmet.
I learned my lesson after Final Fantasy 15 Ultimate Edition.
Didn't even buy the Pip-Boy edition one.
This is like a turn-based thing.
Had a weird Scott Pilgrim kind of look to it.
Yeah, it does, yeah. That heck is
I wonder
this?
if maybe they brought in the same animator guy.
Feels like it, yeah.
Untitled project. Will there be zombies?
Looks like you might have gotten your wish, maybe.
We're in the city now.
Floppy drive.
Cyberpunk. Yes. Maybe no.
The heck was that?
Yeah, what was my consequence in that?
What is this?
Another Meat Boys kind of style game.
Like the soundtrack.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hive is evolving.
Last chance. The Kraken.
Overwhelm, a game by Rory O'Sullivan.
Available right now. Shadow Drop.
All these
Shadow
games
Drop.
look like must-plays. And Overwhelm, the final game of the bunch, is available on Steam right now with a special launch discount.
Final
So
game of
make
the bunch?
Sure
Oh,
you
the
check
indies.
that out after the show.
I
And
thought
if
the
you're
show was already
anti-3
over.
this week, head over to the PC Gamer corner of the Facebook booth inside the South Hall to give Overwhelm a try. Right, next up, it's time for us all to take a holiday, and where better than a virtual resort with some truly spectacular wildlife. Back again this year, our friends of the show, Frontier Developments, with a unique take on the park management genre. I am, of course, talking about Jurassic World Evolution.
Yeah!
The long-awaited game is out tomorrow
Yes.
and lets you
That
build
looks
your
like a
own
lot of fun.
dinosaur-stuffed tourist trap.
Yeah, I want to
possibly
play
go
this,
wrong?
especially because I'm a fan of
Nothing's
what
gonna
they've
go
done
wrong.
with Roller Coaster.
Yeah.
Planet Roller Coaster.
I want people to die by getting eaten by dinosaurs.
You think that things
Definitely, man. What?
Well, the ones before you did too. Because they believed that they were in control. And control...
Is that,
Oh, they brought the guy. Yeah, they brought him back.
Well,
the narrator.
here's the thing.
Recognize that voice, right?
Humanity is desperate for it. We are
I know you
seduced by
recognize who it is.
deceived
Oh, yeah,
by
definitely.
the illusion of it.
That's cool.
But we never really possess it.
What is chaos theory?
Because if there's anything that chaos theory has taught us, it's that nature
There we
is
go.
on its own course. And when we interfere, when humanity tries to put nature into orderly boxes, chaos
Oh yeah, I
destroys
want to do that.
And what makes us such unique creatures is knowing the scope
Oh, the soundtrack,
and
Goosebumps.
power of what we're up against,
Oh yeah, I want
and
this.
still believing that we can.
Can't wait for the movie later this month.
I know
I wonder
however,
if it'll shadow drop now that it's ready for the movie. Maybe.
No, I don't think so. I think we already have a release date.
Evolution.
The sheep. Oh,
Oh,
tomorrow.
poor sheep.
So excited
Come back
for
tomorrow.
that game.
Oh,
Our
what?
next title
I'm
That's right,
buying that
tomorrow's
shit.
Tuesday.
Insomniac, who've been making amazing games for years, and they're going to try to take their expertise
Yeah, I'm
and answer
picking
the
that up.
question.
It looks like
How do you
fun.
make an open world game in VR? Let's take a look at their upcoming
Oh.
game, Stormland.
Store. I've
Insomniac.
heard of that.
Insomniac, this is their Oculus only though. VR game.
Yeah, well, you know, there's ways to get around that.
Yeah, that's true.
I got the Windows Mixed Reality headset a couple months ago. It's pretty good. It's just as good as the other two. And it's like a fraction of the price. I paid like $200 for it. You don't have to like put any of the cameras or anything like that. It's got like the built-in cameras inside of it, so it works really well. Works for me because I have like such a small area to play in.
Music though.
Yeah, the music is pretty good.
Wonder if this will have a meaty story since it's Insomniac.
I like these visuals so far. Like, I like this world a lot.
It's so reminding me of Short Circuit, but on legs. Donnie 5 alive.
Starlink Battle for Atlas starter pack is up at GameStop.
And what's the starter pack have?
The R-Wing.
Does it have the Star Fox?
$74.99. Adding the card.
Okay. That's not a bad price.
Here, you want the link?
Put it on my Discord or the Discord. Honky.
So it's funny because I'm not even gonna play this game. It just comes with this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'll probably
see,
sell the game on eBay or something.
If it comes with this toy alone, we'll see. Yeah.
I mean, if the game's $60, that means it's like $15, right?
How they usually jack it up. I would expect the toy to be like 25 to 30.
It's up at Best Buy as well. So maybe you get a discount?
I like this world. It's VR, so I kind of have my doubts on it. So, but we'll see.
Maybe I can eBay the ship because I don't know. I don't really want the game. I don't want the game. I just want the statue.
Yeah, man.
I want the R-Wing.
Does it come with the little?
I'm not gonna impulse.
Stormland
It comes
is
with
the
the Star
Chief
Fox
Creative
figure.
Officer at Insomniac Games.
Awesome.
Join me in welcoming Chad Desern.
I'm gonna hold off on it. I almost impulse bought that. Very close. It was in my cart and everything.
Hey, Chad, welcome to the stage. Thank you. I want to start right away and ask, what is this game all about?
Well, in Stormland, you play as an android gardener, and an entity called the Tempest uproots your habitat and shatters your android body. So you've got to travel to a civilization above the Thunderheads to repair yourself and save your friends.
And I want to ask what open world means in VR.
Well, for us, it's about giving the player the ability to explore the world freely with a set of android movement abilities that are designed to give you complete agency.
Yeah, because that's always a huge question I have is how does motion work in any VR title?
Yeah, well, in Stormland, you can do things like fly just above the slipstream with your outstretched android hands.
Yeah.
You can shoot a
This is
laser
kinda
into
cool.
the cloud surface, and then make a ramp, kick off of that, climb up a cliffside, like literally launching yourself with your synthetic android strength, and then like push off and glide back down using your hands to control your descent.
Just massive freedom of movement, yeah.
That's it. It's this set of mechanics that are designed together to work fluidly so that movement feels exhilarating.
Yeah.
And you can kind of take the world at your own pace with it.
I'm curious why VR for this type of title?
There are a
I'm
series
on
of things
I'm on
that we're
Steam
doing
right
with
now,
Stormland
and
that
Jurassic
we can
World
only
Evolution
do
is
in
the
VR.
top seller right now.
It's about the expressiveness of how
Hell
Pretty sure
yeah.
it's not a. I'm pretty sure that's
how we
not a
use that for
coincidence.
combat, how we use it
Oh,
for
yeah.
movement, even things like scavenging technology.
Elder Scrolls
to
Online is
attach
actually
it to
half
your
off to
body,
it's
like,
$10.
You look down, you get a new piece of tech. and you
Even
attach it
Sky
right
on
in
my
the
chat,
and then,
she
suddenly
pre-ordered
you've got the ability to
right
harness
now.
electricity or cloak yourself, or
Yeah, I'm
all
gonna
kinds
do
of
that
different
as
cool
soon as I can.
I mean,
Definitely
the
gonna
art
pick
is
that
just
up.
beautiful in the footage that
How
we've
much
seen.
is
I
it, by
wonder
the
if you
way?
could Talk to me a little bit about the world
Jurassic
and
World
what it
Evolution
means
is
for it to be
$54.99.
ever-changing.
So
Yeah, that's a really good question. So that entity
it's a
called
hefty
the
price tag.
Tempest
It feels like it would be like a
everything
$40
every
game.
single week.
Got the premium
so that
price
we
tag.
present the player with new
Yeah,
playgrounds of movement,
maybe even the
combat,
50
and
flat
scavenging,
would be
and
okay.
you never know what you're going to discover. So
But it's
every
worth it
single
because that
island you
that developer puts a
has
lot
the
of
potential to hide an enemy
Yakuza
mods and
0 is
stuff
up for
into it.
pre-purchase
network of
now
underground
on Steam.
caverns or brand new tech to scout.
That's awesome.
I know it's gonna have
I
a
gotta
pretty
ask,
good
where can
support,
we go
just
for more
like
information?
Planet Coaster.
Well, you can stay
Whoa,
tuned
it's cheap.
by watching
$20.
the Facebook and Twitter with at
Yakuza?
Stormland VR.
$20 for
Damn.
Yakuza 0
Insomniac.games.
on
Yeah, that's
Steam.
what the price I
joining
picked it
me,
up on
Chad, once
PS4.
again, Oculus
Got it
Jordan,
on
if
sale.
you're in chat, there you go,
for
man.
more information. Frankie's up in the balcony with
What's
our
up,
next
gang?
absolutely gorgeous-looking indie title.
It really is, Sean, because next up we've got a first look at a new game from publisher Raw Fury, a neo-noir detective drama featuring a Paris cabbie who
Yeah, I
finds himself
freaking love
drawn
Dino
into a
Sky.
world of crime.
Like,
Sacre,
ever since the
Roddy
first
Bleu.
Jurassic Park.
Yes,
Oh
I
my
speak
gosh.
French. I can't
Obviously,
wait
I
for this
love
one,
Dinos
so
before
Every
that,
every
but-
kid loves Dinosaur.
But that game or that movie, wow, changed my life.
Such a good movie. World exclusive. What do we got? What do we got?
France in the background. We got a noir setting.
Mm-hmm.
Last of Us 2 noir. Y Parisian. Okay. Maybe Sin City, Paris. Oh my god, it's Elijah Wood. He's in this. Alright.
Ooh, Little Nightmares is $7.99.
Little Nightmares is cool. Yeah, pick that up if you happen.
Thinking about getting it on the Switch.
Night call.
If it's on the Switch, you gotta get it.
Zeebs, who commented earlier about the Uber driver thing, he's like, I would not have bet on 2 taxi driver games for E3.
It's the exact same publisher, Raw Fury. It's an open-world narrative-focused
Kudos
game
for that
with an
joke.
incredible
Ooh,
art
Ori and the
style.
Blind
Let's
Forest
take a
Definitive
look
Edition,
at
$10.
Sable.
Okay, I'm gonna get that right now, actually. I need to play Ori.
I mean, he still has a stack of cars. There could be a third one. Oh, this is that Sable game.
Yeah.
You remember Don from Easy Allies? He hyped this game up real big.
I saw. Looks cool.
Very journey-ish to me.
Mm-hmm. Holy crap, the first Rage is on sale for $3.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Joining me to talk
Raw
about
Fury's
Sable is
making that game.
pretty
Okay,
much the
I
entire
like Raw
core
Fury.
development team on stage. It's Daniel Feinberg and Greg Kithriotis. I want to immediately ask, what kind of game is Sable? What can we expect?
Sable is an open world desert exploration game. It's not a game about combat or about leveling up. It's a game about solitude, and it's a game about exploration. You play as Sable, a girl leaving her home to explore this world filled with monumental architecture, fallen spaceships, and you'll travel around on your hoverbike learning about the people, the culture, and the history of
Animation's weird, but I dig it.
And, you know, I
feel
about it
it's
before. I think
it's
this art
intentional.
style is amazing. Where's the origins of this?
So we were really heavily inspired by the clear lines style of French and Belgian comics, as well as Japanese animation, particularly Studio Ghibli. So we really want to feel our players to feel the same sense of wonder that you get from watching one of their films. And so from the very beginning, we knew that we really needed to nail the visual style. And yeah, so we put a lot of time and effort into our rendering
Yeah.
system.
Oh, she
Yeah,
floats.
we're really pleased to
Never
be able
mind.
to show it to everyone.
And I mean, I know that you two consist of most of the core development, the art and the programming. What about the music that was in that trailer?
Yeah, so that was a new track by Japanese Breakfast.
Oh, yeah, the T-shirt. Yes, of course.
Yeah, right. So she, Michelle, she is doing the soundtrack for the game. Japanese Breakfast is one of my favorite bands right now. It's incredible to have her on board.
It all just came together so beautifully in the trailer, and I know that you guys are really regular about updating, blogs, sharing what's going on with the development. Where can people go to find more?
So they can go to our Twitter account, ShedWorksReg and ShedWorksDan, or to sablegame.com.
Lovely, gentlemen. Thanks so much for joining me. Once again, the name of the game is Sable. Our next title is one that has been in development, even showing up in our very first PC gaming show. It's Cloud Imperium Games still hard at work on their title, Star Citizen. Let's see what they have in store.
This game is never gonna come out, bro. Did you see the ridiculous thing they did recently? They had like a package thing for like thousands of dollars or something.
No, haven't seen that.
Yeah, it was like a package of ships and stuff like that for thousands of dollars.
Crazy.
Like next gen games are gonna come out, and this game's still not gonna be out.
I know. Isn't this like the most successful crowdfunded game of all time or something like that?
Yeah, most likely.
I feel like we're always seeing this at E3 somewhere, and it's like, dude, just release the game. I mean, I don't blame them. They're making more and more money off of this just from the game not being released, but kind of makes me mad. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't know. Very, very super ambitious.
Prepare for Alpha 3. No, what? How is this game not like at least in beta? That's bullcrap.
Cause 4, a closer look at The Walking Dead, the final season. All new gameplay footage of Hitman. And now your host, Sean Plott.
Looks like they're starting to get into the good stuff.
As we do each year at the PC Gaming Show, in addition to talking about games, we're also going to talk about some of the upcoming hardware trends. To join me in talking about it is the Senior Brand Manager from Acer. It's Eric Ackerson. Thanks for joining me up here, Eric.
Sean, really excited to be here.
Now, I just want to straight up
Alright,
ask what are some of the
Acer.
big trends that consumers can be expecting right
Acer Predator,
right now,
let's
we're
go.
developing some new products, particularly in the display space. We want to take the experience to the next level. To help with that, one of our new products is the Predator X27. It's an incredible gaming display. For instance, it's 4K and 120 hertz refresh. The users can overclock to 144. But what really takes it over to the next level is the inclusion of G-Sync HDR.
Yeah, now I hear a lot about HDR. Can you explain a little more in detail what that is and what that means?
Well, there's quite a bit that goes into it, but for the purpose of this conversation, the fact that there are 384 individual backlit zones, so the backlighting can be individually controlled, really bright, very dark. It makes a better contrast on screen. Each of them are individually controlled. The brightness of the screen is far above a typical display. Typical, you're looking
Until
at
you
300,
burn an
400 nits.
image on it.
We're looking at 600 with the Predator X27 with a max of 1,000 nits.
And you know, some of the titles that were showcased just now, there's a wide variety of some photorealistic, some with a really iconic art style. How does HDR contribute to that big range we see in gaming?
Well, one of the big things that helps is the color gamut that's available with these displays. We're able to do 99% of the Adobe color gamut, so it's better representing the vision of the art director.
Yeah, and some of the games that you see on screen that support HDR, Mass Effect Andromeda, Far Cry 4, Ni no Kuni 2. Again, you won't see them in HDR right now unless you have an HDR monitor. It doesn't work that way. We can't just stream it to you, but you know, it brings me to one of my next questions about PC gamers tend to have a huge range of possible budgets. What are the different sort of products to look for?
The only thing that they're not telling you is that G-Sync has very limited support for many games.
Esports products or multi-view, surround, multi-display products. But we also go really crazy sometimes. We decide, we put our engineers to the test. What can you do?
See, these are the partners that they had.
So one of the projects we've worked on is something called the Predator 21X. This is a
maybe some Square Enix stuff later.
With a mechanical keyboard.
I was gonna say Hitman, but that's not theirs anymore. Never mind.
That's right. We did a really good thing. But you know what? To be serious, not just to joke, we actually have to ship this with a Pelican case to protect the laptop, and it sells for $9,000. And we
them
sold
hearts on
every single unit
Steam.
we could
Let's
make.
go.
So we cover every
It's
spectrum.
over
Shows that
9,000.
You brought up this Predator
Shows that
laptop,
Frozen
you
trailer
brought
one
up
more
Predator
time.
monitors at the start of this segment.
Hey, man.
Where can people go to
I'm
hear
okay
more
with that.
about or
Show me
even
Devil May Cry
pick one
5
up once
again.
they've
That's coming
stopped
on
being
PC,
sold
right?
So that's the good news is that we're shipping now.
You would
Our
hope so, yeah.
customers, partners
I think
are selling
we saw
them. The bad
Windows
news
10
is
or
a few
something
have already sold
earlier.
out of this new Predator X27 monitor. I believe Micro Center
I
is
mean,
still in stock. Amazon
all
will be
the
in
Devil
stock
May
again
Cry
soon.
games are on PC now.
Well,
So.
thank you so much for joining me on stage,
true.
Eric. Frankie is awaiting in the balcony with our very
If anything,
next
it'll be
title.
like later on or something.
The PC
I
has
hope
always
not.
been
Capcom-
the platform
Capcom
for
tends to do
crazy
that.
ideas. In our next game, Genesis Alpha 1,
Resident
you
Evil came
build
out
and
the same day on
manage a
PC.
space vessel, farm resources, deal with
Monster
terrifying
Hunter
alien
hasn't.
infestations, and explore a vast,
Touche.
randomly generated universe.
Maybe they'll
Oh,
announce
and you can take DNA from the aliens you
Monster Hunter
encounter
I
against
can't
the
believe,
galaxy,
like,
splice them with members
what
of
a
your crew to create
what a
new life
long
forms.
way for the
Just
PC
a
version.
typical day at the
That game
office.
came out in
Let's take a
January.
look.
It's been 6 months, and we still have to wait
Greetings,
till like
Commander.
August. We still have like 2 months to
You
go
have
for
been
that.
sent to Quadrant Alpha 1. The mission is to find a
I don't
new
even know if
home
I'll
for
buy the game
crew
again, you know?
on board of this ship. Expand your
Depends
ship
which ones of my
explore
friends
the
are
galaxy
interested
for
in it.
resources
I want to
and
play with
interesting
friends. The
new
game's
life
fun.
forms.
So fun.
Feel free to experiment with DNA and alien abilities to maximize crew efficiency. Ready your weapons.
That's the one weird looking guy there.
Yeah. This looks cool.
Starship Troopers.
I definitely get that vibe.
It's like a tad slower pace, Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Genesis Alpha 1.
Now, if you didn't catch the
PS4
pre-show
as well.
quiz, you might be wondering who my buddy is. Well, this, ladies and gentlemen, is Webster
Who the
from
fuck
Drake's
is that?
Cakes, one of the PC Gaming Show's
I don't
sponsors
know.
this year. And he's got a cool
He's making me hungry for
competition
chicken.
for you. The Drake's Cakes Packs
I know it's a
giveaway.
duck, but still.
Oh, yes. Packs is a gathering of PC and
You want
tabletop
some
games,
type of bird
concerts,
on your
panels,
plate right now.
exhibits,
I
and
get it.
tournaments. It's like a 4-day LAN party, festival, workshop, and concert rolled into one. The very lucky winner will enjoy a trip to PAX West, including 2 tickets and a free trip to Seattle.
Like,
So
I've never
if
heard of
that's
that
you,
franchise
hit me up
ever.
on those
Like
dates,
Drake's.
because I am free.
Like,
Oh, never.
Webster, my man,
It's like a
this
food
is
company
very
somewhere, I
generous
guess, on
of
the
you
west side.
indeed. And by entering, guys, you will get a discount code to get your hands on some delicious Drake's Cakes available on Amazon. And
Any
if you're
West
at
Coast
E3
people heard of
itself,
this?
don't forget you can
Anybody?
meet Webster in
Never heard.
person
Maybe
at the
Canada?
E3
The logo kind of
Walkway,
reminds me of like a tuna
where
can or
he'll be
something.
giving away Drake's swag and tasty treats all week. So if you see him, give him a
Ate
fist
the
bump on my
goddamn
behalf.
tuna
I'll take
fish
that now.
guy.
Thank you very much, Webster. So if you have ever dreamt of spending a weekend knee-deep in one of Earth's best gaming festivals, visit pcgamer.com/Drake's Cakes and enter now for a chance to win and
Cakes?
hang out with Webster.
Pastries?
All right, Webster, all this hosting has got me a bit peckish. How about we look at a trailer for the next
I'm
edition
peckish
of
too.
Play Entertainment's beloved survival series, Don't Starve, Hamlet.
More Don't Starve.
Interesting. Oh, but this is just the tablet version, right?
I guess.
I wouldn't
Hey
be at the
gamers,
PC,
you like
though.
cakes? You like
Do
in a city
tablets
now?
and phones now count as a PC gaming thing? I don't know.
I mean, it's a computer, technically. I've never played this game. I've seen a lot of it, though. Don't
Oh,
stare, Hamlet.
Hamlet. Not
Our next
tablet.
title
I
is the
heard her
next
say
installment in a
tablet.
series that
No.
never fails to make me laugh. It's Just Cause 4, and they have a brand new engine to bring the level of delicious insanity one notch up. Let's take a look at what the Apex
We
engine
might
and Just
more of
Cause
that
4
delicious
can really do.
engine. Unrivaled draw distance. We'll see. Bro, you definitely have to play this game on PC. Fuck that. Weather system. Oh damn, that's really cool, the lightning.
Bambi.
Bambi, run! They're coming for you!
Twister! Bambi run, Twister! Just Cause 4.
Joining me to talk about it on stage now, from Avalanche Studios, it's Francesco Antolini and Adam Davidson. Gentlemen, welcome. Talk to me about the tornado.
It's fantastic, isn't it? So
Yeah,
it's,
let's talk about the tornado.
A very nice piece of tech. It's not just beautiful, but thanks to
Oh,
Apex,
yeah?
it's also a bad boy that actually works. It's fully physicalized.
Yeah.
This means that it's roaming the world, wraking havoc.
like a
and,
life.
It's
bringing
not just like a
destruction.
background piece, it's
No,
actually
no,
impacting
no.
the world
This
before
is
you.
just cause, man. You go there and you play with it. Yeah.
You know, throughout the trailers that
Yeah.
I've seen, it seems to be a lot of different environments that are
You go
available
play
throughout. Can you talk to me
tornado.
about those?
Yeah,
It's
I
fun.
mean, one of the most important things to us
There's
with
the
this installment of
tornado,
Just Cause
yeah.
is bringing a lot more variety into the game, and that extends to a lot of things, but certainly the biomes of the game. So instead of one kind of region of, like, say, southern Italy, like we had last time, now you have lush rainforests, deserts, grassland, and even alpine biomes, all of which, you know, are rendered beautifully with the new Apex engine.
Now, something that's very important to me is some of my favorite features from Just Cause 3. Can you talk to me about, like, the wingsuit and the grappling hooks? Like, are those coming back in Just Cause 4?
Everything you love from Just Cause 3 is back.
Dude, we just saw them.
Everything is also just better. There's more to do, more to discover.
you not
For
paying
example,
attention to the
grappling
video?
hook is completely
Huh?
customizable. The
Were you
combat
not
model
paying
has been
attention to the
completely
video guy?
reworked,
Those things are
redesigned,
back.
So new weapon, new enemies, new AI. We've got extreme weather that interacts with grappling hook.
I thought you were talking to me because I actually
The
wasn't paying
wind that
attention.
we
I was
saw
on
from
Twitter for a
France,
second.
just like basic wind effects also get incorporated as well.
Again, just cause, so nothing, just an effect. So if there is wind, it's physics and acts with your parachute, grappling hook,
So
and the
great.
rest. Yeah.
Well, where can people go to get some, we'll call it first-hand footage of what Just Cause 4 can deliver?
They can check it out at justcause.com/E3 and for 3 days.
That's right. Believe it or not, E3 hasn't started yet. Starts tomorrow. So June 12th through 14th, you can check it out. Thanks so much for joining
Thanks
us
to
on
you.
stage.
Thanks for
I
having
look
us.
forward to the hilarity of Just Cause 4. Now, our next title is one of my all-time favorite IPs. I can't wait for Frankie to talk to you about The Walking Dead.
Yay!
Overkill Software and Starbreeze are the creators of Payday and Payday 2. Therefore, it goes without saying that these studios are some of the most talented makers of cooperative shooters, and their next one is set in a familiar but new apocalyptic Washington, D.C. Here's the first gameplay footage for Overkill's The Walking Dead, and keep your eyes peeled for the release date at the end.
Different type of Walking Dead.
We were so many things.
Yeah, this
Husbands
is
and
longer than I
wives,
thought it would be,
doctors
too.
and teachers, writers and
Oh, yeah,
architects.
they tend to run really long.
All that ended too.
We might even actually just be halfway.
Every day we fight for more than survival. We fight to build a new life.
Let's see.
Pull up last year's video and see how long that video is.
Let me see.
Alone, we're weak. But together,
We still have plenty of time for
might
Sony.
stand a chance.
But
It was an hour and 45 minutes last year.
oh, really? 2 hours almost. Yeah. We've been running since what time? 6, you said?
This has been running
maybe?
since 6, yeah.
Oh yeah, we're like
And I have
3/4
more
maybe
good
if
news.
it's the same.
For fans of The Walking Dead, Overkill's game.
Hopefully we'll have
for The
some
Walking
time
Dead,
in
of course,
between, like
coming
go
soon,
eat
but we have
something.
a second completely
Yeah, I need to
different
go
Walking
buy
Dead
food
game that
because
we're
they
getting
didn't
the
make
chance to
food
talk
here,
about
so.
right now.
I don't know what's
This is
going on here.
Telltale's
I haven't heard
The
anybody.
Walking Dead,
enough.
the final season. Joining me on stage to talk about it
I don't watch
is
The
the
Walking
lead
Dead.
writer,
I haven't seen The Walking
James
Dead in, like,
Wingler,
years.
and the voice of
I
Clementine
stopped after
herself,
like season
Melissa
6
Hutchison.
or something. Or more, I think it was like 5 maybe that I stopped.
Sean, good to see Thanks for joining me on the stage.
Our pleasure.
Thank you. Now, I want to ask right away for, people who've played through the first 3 seasons of The Walking Dead, in terms of the gameplay, what's some of the familiar and what's some of the new?
Okay, so for people who don't know Telltale, we are a story-based
good one.
company.
Telltale.
We focus on narrative. We've had our roots in the old school point-and-click adventure games, but we've
Still on
developed our own
Clementine.
cinematic style
Still.
and almost a signature
I think this is her last
mechanic,
story
like our
part.
choice wheel.
Where they're at now.
And that's all familiar.
Stop
That's
watching
just,
when the
the
guy had a
choices
lion.
branch the
Yeah,
narrative.
I stopped watching before that.
What's new this year?
I know
we
what you're talking
have,
about now. I remember the ads.
Like traditionally, like combat and action, we've done with QTEs and like swipes and button mashes and all of that. This year, with the final season, we're introducing segments of unscripted combat.
Yeah, we see some of this right here.
Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
Clem probably just brutalized a zombie there.
Of course she is.
And
Oh yeah, so we also have like the orbital cam, like the over-the-shoulder camera. So that's like offering our players opportunities to explore our environments,
engine
which you
looks
can also
much
see
improved.
from the B-roll. Is like they're looking
Yeah.
really, really good
Oh,
with this
yeah.
graphic
Supposedly they were working on a
graphic
new
platform
engine or
style that
something.
we're employing.
Yeah, because in the previous games it was much more of a directed camera from scene to scene, but now you could really sort of explore the environment on your own.
Absolutely.
We'll see if it crashes and bugs out or something.
Now, I want to ask about the story. I mean, Telltale games always have that as the central feature.
This
Where
freaking
does
guy's
The Walking
mullet.
Dead, the final season, start off?
Okay, so it starts, Clementine has been on the road for a long time. We are post-time jump in the comics. She's been on the road. She's traveling with AJ, who is an orphaned boy, who is the closest thing that she has to family. But they're reaching the end of it. They are like running out of steam on the road. It's like proving to be untenable. The final season, Clementine discovers a school, a secluded school, where there are no adults, and essentially sees that this might be a place that they could call home.
Yeah, and what are the sort of challenges that she's going to face throughout the season?
Oh, all kinds of challenges, yeah. Like zombie threat all the time.
Tough.
Yeah, of course. And then there's always the external threat, like at some point there are gonna be adults coming in representing external threats that she's gonna have to deal with.
Now, Melissa, I want to ask what your experience has been like, because it's rare to have, you know, a voice actress journey along with a character in a multi-year journey. I mean, how long ago was the first recording that you did?
Well, it was 2012, but we might have even started in 2011. I don't know.
We're not going to do math on air.
Yeah, we're
That's
not
always
doing
a
math.
bad idea.
That's not happening right now. It's been a long time, and it's not only just playing one character, it's actually been aging with her, growing with her, and falling deeper and deeper in love with her, and you know, starting as this young child who's, you know, playing as Lee, it's your job to protect her, and then organically moving through all these seasons, and now
Lee.
you're playing as Clementine. I mean, really, this is a fan-driven game, so this final season is for the fans, and you know, you're going to be playing as Clementine and protecting AJ, and this is just near and dear to my heart. And
yeah, I mean, how do you feel about the fact that this is the end?
Well, I mean, it's bittersweet. I'm super sad. I'm super psyched. You know, of course, it'll be sad to end her journey, but I'm really looking forward. Obviously, I'm surrounded by talent with Telltale Games, and I have no doubt that the writers and the creatives are going to crush it. So sad but happy. It's all very confusing. I'm a very confused human right now. Let's just put it that way.
Well, I'm someone who's played through all of the Telltale Walking Dead games. I'd love to know when the final season is coming out.
August 14th. Yeah, we ship August 14th, and it's available for pre-order right now.
Be sure to check it out. Thank you so much for joining me
you go
on
through season
stage
2.
today. Once again, that's the WalkingDeadGame.com, or you can find it on Steam as well. And for our next title, Frankie,
Good time to
we're
end
gonna
it,
head
too.
back to you on the balcony.
Next up, have I got a treat for you?
Yeah, they're still going.
Coming straight out of England from Nola Games, it's a
I know, I meant
magical
about the
action
Walking
roguelike
Dead
that asks,
thing.
is that a wand in your pocket?
This
Oh,
season.
you just trying to kill me. Don't let the retro art style fool you. Noita is set in a procedurally generated world where every pixel is
Where did
physically
she just go with that?
Let's take a look.
I don't know. I'm okay with it because she's cute. I don't care. Just like looking at her.
She said something about wands and being lost in the pocket. Something what?
I don't know.
Oh, this reminds me a lot of like that
Reminds me of Terraria a little bit.
one pixel junk game, but with actual human.
I love how she's hamming everything up. Yeah, I like it too. I like every time she's on because she's cute.
This is cool. I like it.
I like the sound effects.
Squish. Noita. Not a very good name though.
Noita.
Our next title is one that's very near and dear to my heart, as it is the spiritual successor to one of my favorite childhood games, Theme Hospital. Joining me to talk about it are the two founders of
What?
2 Point Studios.
Oh,
to
that's
talk
right, they
about
were
2
working
Point
on this.
Hospital. Join me in welcoming Dr. Webley and
Yes.
Dr. Carr.
I want this. This is one of
They're
my
dressed up as
all-time
doctors.
favorite games growing up.
Great suits.
They dress
And
up
I
as
gotta ask, as
doctors.
2 fully trained
Spent
medical
so many
professionals,
hours
how
in this
does
game
one
back
run
in
a
the day.
hospital in 2 Point Hospital?
Oh god.
Oh god, my ears, God help.
Wait, oh my gosh, is the stethoscope eliminating your microphone? Oh, you know what? We do this every year. Come here, talk to me.
Okay.
How do we run a hospital?
So 2 Point Hospital is a game about
I don't know if that was scripted or if he's just that good of a host.
Directly at my tie.
Yeah, you said don't talk there.
Yeah.
I got to look out here, you said.
Oh, I see what they
just
did
look
with the
straight at the
name.
ground.
2 Point
There's a lot of
Hospital.
customization. Is this not working at all?
Yeah, it's great.
Doing great. Carry on.
I'll carry on then. Yeah, a lot of customization, a lot of interesting characters in our worlds, which with all these different characters, we had to come up with some really interesting.
This is such a fun game if you haven't ever played Theme Hospital.
Exploring different regions,
Never heard of it.
Curing people with different ailments.
Like
And
the
as you can
wackiest
see on the screen, we've got
like clients come
this is
in
real.
like with
We
all
actually,
types of
researched this. It's,
unnatural
a certain animal. And also you
freaking
can train
illnesses,
people,
and you're basically
you can,
building the
train your
hospital
doctors
up
to be better, your nurses
to
to be better,
receive
do
these
research
clients
so you can unlock
to be able to cure them and stuff. But you're hiring everything
Sorry, I don't
from
know if your mic is working. I was a bit
the
back
types
filling.
of doctors,
Yeah, so,
the
tell me about
receptions,
it. Like,
the care
what
centers,
is
everything
the sort
like
of
that.
late game
And it's up to you to
sort of
maintain that
experience that
whole
you'll be
hospital
playing
and
through? Because this
running
looks like it's
properly.
quite deep into the running of a hospital.
Yeah, this is later on. So you start off and you're researching.
It's just a funny franchise because the illnesses is
curing them and
all the
making
people
money.
coming in
Yeah,
have
no.
something different.
I see this malady. Yeah, I see this malady called turtle head. Can you explain a little bit about what that is?
Yes,
That's
yes.
weird.
It's when
I'm
the head
offline on YouTube.
becomes so shrunken, it gets stuck in the neck
That's weird.
orifice. Just pops
Yeah,
out
I'm live on
slightly.
Twitch, but
And,
offline on
it has to
YouTube.
be extracted. And
Hold on a sec.
Mark,
I'm
how
gonna
does it get
end my
extracted?
stream and restart real quick.
Maybe
All right.
we've all been there.